you're listening to in the Savage Nation is a blending of the United States national anthem with the ex-Soviet Union's national anthem, because we have had a communist revolution in the United States of America, but most of you are too busy worrying about other things to comprehend that Obama is a naked Marxist. He is surrounded by naked Marxists. The world is surrounded by Marxists who have hoodwinked you into believing that, A, there's global warming caused by mankind. We've told you that all of them, every last one of them, are using these fear tactics to try to serve you up with dictatorship. Now, what is the proof for my premise? Am I just making this up because I'm full of hot air? I have told you over and over again that environmentalists are green on the outside but red on the inside. Today at the Copenhagen Climate Summit, so-called, this was made clearer than ever. The communist dictator, Hugo Chavez, said that there was a terrible ghost named capitalism in the room. In other words, he was blaming capitalism for a global warming crisis that does not exist. He blames capitalism for all the ills of the world. And his solution? A dictatorship. A socialist communist dictatorship. That means an intervention by the state, a national, international state, into the life of every last man, woman, and child on the planet. But remember, this is not merely some tin pot dictator. This man, Chavez, is Obama's friend. This is a dictator who has nationalized his country's banks and nationalized his nation's media in the same way Barack Hussein Obama is trying to nationalize our healthcare system. And no sooner did the words of hatred come from the Venezuelan dictator's mouth than none other than Hillary Clinton announced she was going to send countless billions of American taxpayer dollars to a climate fund to enforce this kind of radical communism crap. Communist carbon capos are sitting there laughing, and your ancestors who may have died fighting communism are rolling over in their grave. Here's Hillary Clinton, who backed the communist dictator of Honduras, who was thrown out by his own people, saying that money would be spent on, quote, the poorest and most vulnerable amongst us. Now remember, here we have a country, the United States of America, that is fundamentally bankrupt. A nation that is printing money, borrowing money, and spending money like drunks. And she has the nerve to say, I'm going to give you $100 billion? Where will it come from? At the same time all of this is going on, legal experts are saying that it would be unconstitutional for Barack Hussein Obama to sign on to any treaty at all. But Barack Hussein Obama isn't concerned about legality. He's concerned about the 3 C's, climate, Copenhagen, and communism. And I say, no more money for communist carbon capos. Chavez is a dictator. He has stolen the banks. He's driven the middle class out of the country. He says capitalism is a destructive model. Do you have any idea what life was like for the average Soviet under the socialist dictatorship in the ex-Soviet Union? Do you have any idea what you're playing with here? Chavez says that capitalism must be overthrown. And with socialism, with arms extended and a battle against capitalism, mankind will be saved. My friends, if you believe that mankind can be saved by socialism, I ask you to please look at the 60 million graves in China under the socialist dictatorship of Mao Zedong, the 30 million graves in the Soviet Union that were brought about by the Bolshevik Revolution of 1917. Look at the 3 to 4 million graves in Cambodia brought about by the grandfather of these men, Pol Pot. You have any idea what you're facing here? You're facing a revolutionary communist government, not only in Venezuela, in Copenhagen, and in the United States of America. That's my premise.